sitting in a class. I think it was parasitology, I'm not sure. But we had talked about the party, and Harriet liked the party. All that girl liked the party. And so it was formal, okay, and I had no idea what dress she was going to wear, what color it was. So I asked her what corsage or flowers she would like for her dress. And I wrote it on a note while we were in class. And she wrote on it, you know, I like surprises. And so I wrote back and I said, well, you know, I need to know, you know, something, give me some idea. And she wrote back on, handed it back to me. And finally I said, well, I'll just buy 4 or 5 different colors of flowers and you pick out the ones that you want. She wrote on note, crazy. So that's, and anyway, I decided to get the yellow roses because that's my favorite flower. So the pictures that you see laying there is a copy of the actual note. And then of us dressed up, that's when that picture was taken at the dance or at the party. The reason that that's really significant to me at this time, I had never seen that note until a couple of years ago. Harriet made a scrapbook her junior year in college that she kept all everything. That note was in that scrapbook. I never knew that the scrapbook existed until she sent it from her home back in Virginia. Those of you who don't know, we both went to Berry College in Mount Berry, Georgia. It's right next to Rome, Georgia. And it was about $600 from there up to Virginia where she lived. So when they went home for, I say they, her and her sister went home for summer, they carried all their stuff with it to Virginia. And they didn't bring anything back in the fall except the things that they needed for that year. So that scrapbook that she made stayed in her parents' home until they passed away many years later. When Harriet and her sister were going through their home up there, that's where she got over and shipped it out here. Lee Deckard all the time, don't send that stuff back here. That's where that scrapbook was. And I didn't know anything about it. Harriet had already been, she had already gone to Sydney Creek and so forth, and I was trying to get rid of what I thought was junk. There's a lot of other things in there too, but that's anyway. The yellow roses. That's what you notice that for her wedding flowers, she chose the yellow rose. So that's significant for that. The next item I'd like to talk to you about is the photograph of her on the left. That is one of the most traveled photographs, even before I saw it, that one can imagine. I was working on a wheat harvest out in the Midwest during my senior year in college, and we just started dating before that. She sent me that photo out west. What she didn't know was that I had left, the wheat harvest and gone back home. So that photo went from Goodland, Kansas, all the way to Chapel, Nebraska, and then back to Chatsworth, Georgia. The miracle was it that I received it on my birthday. Wow. So that's the significance of that. this. The family and her classmates and friends and so forth established a scholarship for her in nursing at Berry College. The college named one of the classrooms in the nursing department after Harriet. Wow. This block hangs on the entranceway into that classroom. Wow. So I want to bring that to your attention.
We did establish it. We did a great job of that.
The next photo, the one on the right, the photograph of her and me. I like that photograph of us better than any other photograph that we made together. And we made, what, hundreds of them. Because it reminds me that all the way through 57 and a half years, she had my back. If you notice that she's positioned behind me, and that reminds me that all the way through, you know, traveling all over the world, dragging her around all over the world and everything, she always had my back. Okay, so that's the significance of that photo. The comment that is made by that is a comment that was made by one of my buddies, President Ronald Reagan. So that's the significance of the things on this table. By the way, let me tell you this story. Some of you heard this before, I guess. And that is how we met. I was a junior in school. She was a sophomore. And I don't know, probably y'all don't know too much about Berry College, but it's located outside of Rome, Georgia. I mean, it's literally out in the country, okay? It's not in a town environment at all, not like most colleges, not like Cal Poly and so on and so forth. So, and everybody ate in the dining hall. There was no Big Mac or McDonald's or anything like that. If you ate in the dining hall. There was no other place to get food. On Saturday evening, we always got, quote, the typical sack lunch, okay, which consisted of 2 sandwiches and a piece of fruit. Piece of fruit was normally an apple or orange or something, or banana or something like that. And on this particular Saturday, I had gone to watch a ball game in the gym. After the ball game, I was going out the front doors of the gym, and an orange hit me on the shoulder, bounced up, and hit me in the back of the head. I thought it was some of my buddies, pulling a track. I turned around to see who had thrown the orange, and it was Harriet standing back. I walked over to her and said, "Why did you throw that orange at me?" And she said, "I want to know why you won't talk to me." That was our meeting. That was our meeting.
What was your answer?
Thank you very much.